night, whatever. Hey, so first and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash,
Kadash.
double honors to Apostles Nels Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all Sisei Akim and during afflictions, making the call and election share. Mr. Brother Kabar.
Mr. Brother Itazakai.
Brother McQuarrie.
And just back with another one, you know. Lord willing to find to the elect. Yahabashim Hashai, Baharakah Kadash, Barakatam. To all sister listeners who may hear this. You want to kick it off, McQuarrie?
Yeah, you can grab Matthew 7:21.
Con. This is in St. Matthew chapter 7. You said 21?
Con.
Verse 21, it says, Not every one that said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Can you continue?
They keep going?
Con. Verse 22, it says, Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works?
Con, so just because you in the truth and you know the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, that don't make you of the house of David. That doesn't make you of the elect. Because look at Judas. He was well informed of the truth. And he wasn't of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai's fold. He was a part of the devils, the deceivers. He was, and the same thing is going on today. You got brothers that's in this truth that are deceivers. Just because they come in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, they got a garment on, that don't make them of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai.
Come on, bro. Come on. Call Yahweh Bashim Yahshai.
It's 144 too, called Yahweh Shemashah.
Oh, I was not supposed to get more in that slot.
Now I got you. We'll use it.
Say Matthew 7 and
23.
23.
All right, this Matthew chapter 7, verse 23. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Want to break that down?
Oh, you got it, bro.
Yeah, Con. So when the time comes, we gonna know who's of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, who's not, because you're gonna actually have men and the truth come Jacob Trouble that's gonna call on Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. These are gonna be the same people who weren't putting their videos up throughout the week. These gonna be the same people who weren't studying. They was trying to live their best life and be a part of the truth at the same time. These are gonna be the same people asking for handouts. That's why scriptures say the slothful desire much. You know that scripture you're talking about?
Yeah, I think it's in
Proverbs.
Proverbs, yeah, kind of. Let me get it. I got you. Yes, well.
No.
Because when you actually read Deuteronomy 10 and 12, it goes into the requirements of being in this faith. And Yatazakah and the brothers, they was getting into it last night at the camp when they was telling the one Jake that, like, yo, it's requirements. When you get this knowledge, you gotta go out there and do the work. You can't just be sitting on knowledge. That's sitting on talent. One of the people always talk about talents and gifts. One of the first gift and the first talent is just being able to understand this period. And you got men who get this talent, this gift, and they sit on it. Oh, I'm just a believer. I just got faith. My lot isn't to go out in the highways. Well, that's not in the scripts. I can't name, it's not one man in the scripts that ain't put work in and got salvation. Not one. You can't name it. Can't be done.
Okay. That's right. It's like how you can make it to the NBA without hitting the gym.
I think I got the one you was looking for, bro. This Proverbs 12 and 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, so it say the hand of the diligent shall bear rule. What's that rule? You know, it talk about it in Matthew 19 and 27. When Yahushua said, those who follow me in the regeneration shall receive 100-fold, just roughly paraphrasing. You know, that's bearing rule. Should sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's bearing rule with our Lord Yahweh Shai, you know. But those are diligent, you know, because he said those who follow me in the reincarnation, and nobody was more diligent than Yahweh Shai, man. All right, from the time he came on the scene to the time he died, he was putting in work every single day, every day. He didn't get to enjoy himself at all in life. You know what I'm saying? So he's the biggest example of being diligent.
Con. To receive salvation.
Con. Salaki, you said what?
Scriptures tell you don't.
Done, bro.
This is This is 2 Peter 3:14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So it says that's the way that you can be received as blameless and spotless, and that's going into being covered by the blood of Yahushua. And the only way that's going to happen is being diligent, what it just said. And when you go into that diligent right there, it's talking about studying and laboring. Okay. Now you only study so you can labor, so you can give that back. That's the reason why you're going to study. You're not going to study to sit on the knowledge. Yahushua, he already said he's not playing with that. He said, wicked and slothful servant. You're just going to get the talent and then just bury it? No. You don't just light the candle and put it under the bed. You set it up so we can light up the room. Mm-hmm. That's why scriptures say the men of the Lord are going to search Jerusalem with candles. And that's what this truth is. When you get this knowledge, it's representation of the light, the candles. And that's what we search in Jerusalem with. You don't just take that light and just bury it. We got to, there's an obligation to when you get this truth and this knowledge. Like they say on Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility.
Come, bro. Come. You don't get this knowledge and then you just chilling until the kingdom comes, just, you know, eating your Chick-fil-A or something like that. It's not how this thing works.
Con. Y'all got one?
I got one. This is one of my father's favorites right here. I meant to bring this out this day for Jasher. This Luke 12.
But to mine got a good one too.
Okay, God. This Luke chapter 12, verse 40. Ooh, let's start at 43. This Luke chapter 12, verse 43. Blessed is the servant, and so like it, blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. You know, so it says, blessed is the servant whom his Lord shall find so doing. Doing what? Doing the work, your duty. Like the brother was going into earlier with me. You know what I'm saying? That's your business. That's your work, you know, which makes you a man, by the way. All right. If you're not doing work, you're not a man. All right. You're a woman. Verse 44. It says, of a truth, I say unto you that he will make him ruler over all that he have. They go back to Proverbs 12 when it said that the diligent shall bear rule. You know, it says, and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the man's servants and maidens, and to eat and drink and to be drunken, and you doing that if you're not applying yourself within this truth, man. Like the brother was saying, man, if you got any kind of understanding of this truth, you know what I'm saying, you got any kind of knowledge of it, you're supposed to make use of it, man, and grow it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing that, you are eating and drinking and being drunken, man. You know, you playing around, you know. Verse 46, the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware. That's that hour of temptation. You know, that hour that Yahweh Shemashah gonna bring destruction to this place, and will cut him in asunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. And they're going to, you know, Jake be saying, I'm just a believer. Well, if you're not doing what you got to do, Yahweh said he gonna cut you your portion with the unbelievers. So if you're not doing what you got to do, really you don't believe. You can't even say you believe unless, you know what I'm saying, you're doing the work. You're an unbeliever. You know, which is dead, God. Verse 47, and that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. So that servant who know his Lord's will, you know that Yahweh Shai gonna come and destroy this place. Like the brother we was talking to last night. You know what I'm saying? I said, do you know that do you believe this place is gonna be destroyed? He said, yeah. So why in the hell are you playing around? You walking around here with your hands in your pocket like it's a damn game or something. You know, if you know that Yahweh Shai finna come destroy this place. You're not preparing yourself though, you know?
Fuck it, bro. He said, and he said he know he had to go out too. He said he know he had to go out. And why is he even out at that time of the night anyway? On that day, what was he doing?
Just taking a stroll.
Yeah, taking a stroll. Okay,
hey, brother,
he was out there to celebrate. That's what he was doing. He was out there to celebrate. He want to take part in this wicked kingdom. You can't sit at the devil's table and Yahweh. Can you imagine, brothers in the truth, actually going out watching a ball drop? That's wild, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why are you doing that? You can't do that. That's not a thing.
Yeah, certain camps that you know, believe in Yahweh Shai, so-called, and they got Christmas hats on and all that, prophesying. That's the type of wickedness, all right? Our people, I mean, you know, hey, man, the judgment shall come in the house of Most High, man. There's a lot of blood that's going to be coming to the people who claim themselves to believe in being Israelites, man. Brother D. Terrell, that's right. Lord willing, man. He said, looks like 2020 is our last year.
Lord willing. Verse 48, it says, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Look, you don't even want to get beat with a few stripes of Yahweh Shai stripes. You get hit with one of these stripes. That hurts. You know, you get a few stripes. That's ugly, but many stripes, that's woo-wee.
Wait, Akia, bro.
God.
Job, he got beat with a few stripes. He got and what was those few stripes? His kids got killed. His land got taken. His cattle. That was a few stripes.
Bro.
and that was just for a game.
Right.
That was just a game. That was just a game.
Bro. That's right. Yeah, that was just practice.
Not the game. Not the game.
Good. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. You know, and we've been committed much, man. We've been given the highest form of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on the planet Earth, man. Well, we're at, look, because here you go, you got Jake be saying, I'm a God. I'm a God. Well, if you're a God, you got to conduct yourself as a God, man. You've been given a lot, so you want to be a God. You better be acting like a God. You a king. You a nation of kings and priests. Why are you not being as a king and a priest then? You know, because Jake loved to claim that. Oh, I'm Malachian. You know, I'm a Malak. You know, I'm a God. You know, well if you are that, then you've been given committed much. You know what I'm saying? So it's X more of you. You know, Yahweh Shai said, I have come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So it's already going to be all out here breaking loose. But when Yahweh Shai come, he going to put the icing on the cake, so to speak. So you want to make sure Yahweh Shai on your good side, because he gonna make sure you are utterly consumed if he come and you're not on his side. You know, it says, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. And then going to Matthew 25 when it says, I know that was a mean, austere man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he was an austere man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know that he not playing with your ass. Why would you even play around with him? You know? It says, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. So your house shall letting you know, like, I'm gonna turn your family against your family. You wanna show love to your family, nigga, they gonna turn on you. You know? It says, the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And that's what Yahweh Shai coming to bring, man. He coming to bring division, man. He's coming to bring the sword, man. All right. So if you are not in good standing with Yahweh Shai, you're gonna take part in that, regardless of who the hell you are, man. He don't care just, I believe in you. I don't care. The hell. You have, bro, like, Yahweh Shai needs your belief to make him feel some kind of way. Nigga, I made the heavens and the earth. What the hell do your belief don't matter to me? You know?
Bro, he said, thou doest well to believe. The devil believes.
God, God, bro, God.
God.
This is
a question.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, Slot.
I mean, the brother had a question. I don't know if you wanted to address that.
What it say?
The brother had a question. You see it? Let's say, Salakia, about beef with the God and the devil. Basically, that story in Job.
Oh, that wasn't no beef. That was a bet. There wasn't no beef. Like Biggie said, what's beef? Beef is when we need some straps. Beef is when you need straps. This ain't no beef. It wasn't no beef. That was more of a game. That was a game.
God.
A wager. Like, yo, I bet you I can get your man to flip. Yeah, all right. Show me. That was more of a game. That wasn't no beef.
God. It's like somebody on the street, they got the cards and they like, you know what I'm saying, shuffling the cards. Like, Most High, he has the cards. He knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're going to just pick. He knows how the hands is going to be dealt. Like, you ain't going to change. You ain't going to. I mean, he knows Job is perfect and upright. You're not going to get him to fall off, man.
That's how he made him.
Con, bro. Just like he bait Satan.
Con. This is 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Now, because you got a lot of people in this truth that are deceived. You got a lot of people outside the truth that are deceived. Oh, they're praising, they're coming in the name of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. Hey, how can they be wrong? Like, you got people who actually believe in Sakari. You got people who believe in IUIC. You got people who believe in ISUPK. When every single camp that's outside of the doctrine of GMS, which comes from Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, is going off in some way, shape, or form with the doctrine. Like Sakari, they're talking about Paul. He lacked knowledge. They're talking about this is just Sakari. They're talking about we don't get on people who follow the wrong Sabbath when we uphold the law. Meanwhile, us also Sakari camps with people with other doctrines, which is satanic and against the scripts. And now we can get into HOI. We can get into the Watchman camp. What do they call them guys? Adam Abbott. They follow the wrong Sabbath. It's every single camp outside the doctrine of Great Millstone. All these other camps is all led by Satan, and you can tell because they are off in some way, shape, or form in the doctrine. Every single camp that you can name is outside of the doctrine of Great Millstone. Every single camp.
God, it's like, why would you teach with a camp that don't believe that Mark of the Beast is a chick? That's heavy.
You might as well teach church.
Say what?
Well, you might as well go to church and host. You might as well whole camp with Joel Holstein or Kunde West. You might as well.
TD Jakes.
Yeah, why not?
Shit.
We just got to all come together, right? That's what it's about. Forget about the doctrine.
Shit, just like Buddy yesterday at the camp, he said he was up in the air about the chip. You know what I'm saying? That comes from listening to these various camps. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these camps don't believe that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? So you just up in the air about your life, pretty much. Your life is up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're just doing a coin toss with your life. You know, it's crazy.
I got a quick one. This is in the book of Proverbs 11:1. It says, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight."
Kind of a balance is what Yahweh Shemi Shah is down with, and this is why this is also why you got brothers that's in this truth that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. You got brothers in the truth that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yahweh Shemi Shah set up stumbling blocks for men to fall upon. You like, lo and behold, you got men that's diligently doing the work, and you got men right beside them not doing the work. That's balance right there. You got good camps, you got bad camps. If you in this truth, and you've been in for more than 6 months, at the least you should be doing 3 videos a day. Okay, At the least, you should be doing 3 videos a day.
A week.
This isn't about no weekend warrior stuff.
He said a day. Wow, Bucko.
This ain't no weekend warrior business. We don't do that. You treating Yahweh Shemi Ashah like a side chick. And you think that's okay. You're going to treat Yahweh Shemi Ashah like a side chick. I only deal with them on Saturday or Sunday. You a Christian, basically. You a Christian. They do whatever they want throughout the week. And Sunday, they put their stuff on. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Bro, what are we talking about? Y'all being Christians out here now?
Good.
Yahweh Shai said, pick me a cross and follow me daily.
God, brother. God, brother.
And that's one indicator that you're of Yahweh Shemi Ashah.
That's right.
If you're diligently seeking him and you're doing work not including Saturday only or Sunday only. You doing videos up throughout the week to feed it, because our job is the matter of fact, I'm gonna get that real quick. Matthew 13 and
And we got the brother Karab joining in too.
Con. This is Matthew chapter 20 and 4. And said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. And again he went out about the 6th, and he went out about the 6th and the 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle? They said unto him, because no man hath hired us. He said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So our job is to go into the vineyard and do the work. That's our job, is to go in the vineyard and put this work in. We got to put the work in. That's our jobs. Okay? And we were set up to sit on that tower night and day to do this work. And Yahweh Shai said, we got to pick up our cross and do this work daily. That doesn't mean just Saturday. Okay? I can't understand how you got brothers in this truth. They've been in for years, and they doing like one video a week. Scripture say, woe unto them that have lost patience, because that's ultimately what it is. You lost patience if you stop putting up videos up throughout the week. Or you put up one video a month, one video a week. You must be getting weak in the faith. Must be warming. And you already know what happened to the warm people in this truth.
I was holding that. But it's like, how's that making your calling election sure? You know what I'm saying? Doing one a week. Like, are you really sure? Like, you're going to get delivered from the work you're doing? It don't make no sense. If that's the case, just be in the world, man.
You going to get that, bro?
Revelation 3. This is in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
You got it, bro.
You know, Most High, he ain't dealing with no lukewarm niggas, man. I mean, he's only dealing with the remnant, man. The particular men who's going to be on fire for this thing. The particular men who's ultimately, low-born widows men. All right, we're going to show, all right, the nations along with the 12 tribes of our nation, all right, how to correctly govern, man, how to correctly rule, you know what I'm saying? To deal decently in order, man. This thing ain't about, like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to fence with particular things, man, ultimately we all in different places in this walk. But ultimately, particular things that hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You have to cry aloud, spare not. You have to make your call and election sure, man. You need to be diligent, praying, studying, fasting, you know what I'm saying? And showing love. And how do you do that? By open rebuke. You know what I'm saying? Rebuking your brother, not suffer sin upon him. You know what I'm saying?
And how do you do that? Another form of doing that is going into the highways.
That's the biggest one.
I was
That's it right there.
because we all was in the road at one point in time, and then we ran into somebody or we ran into a video, and we found out we was going off, and we repented and tried to come back into the fold and do what we had to do to make amends. But that all started with us hearing something, which was ultimately mercy. And Scripture say, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And the ultimate mercy is this truth, which we got to give it back. First off, you a nigga, how I always like to put it, where this world that we in right now, especially America, is like a house on fire. When you wake up, it's like you literally waking up in that house and you leave the house. Now you by you not going into the highways, you woke up and you just skated out the house. Meanwhile, everybody in your family in the house sleeping while the house on fire. You decide, I ain't waking nobody else up. I'm just skating out. You got to be merciful. You got to stay in the house. Try to wake the people on your way out. You should do that. If you call yourself some kind of a respectable person or a man, that's what you're going to do. You're going to wake people up on the way out. You're not just going to skate out.
The brother Karak got a precept.
Come on.
This is Ecclesiasticus 7:15. It says, hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained. You know, and that's basically just ties into what brothers have been going into, man. You know, you got to put your hand to the plow, man. You got to work. You know, you can't sit around and be a slothful servant.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I was holding that too.
Oh, Con, brother.
The brother, Mr. Mom had that earlier.
Oh, okay, Con. Yeah, so, you know, that laborious work, man, you got to, like you were saying, brother, you got to make your call and election sure. You got to make sure you keep it, you know, you put your hand to the plow and never look back, you know? And I think that was it on that.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So, and our people, we are definitely being oppressed. So, if you call yourself wise, you should be mad. So, what kind of a mad person you know just sits there all throughout the week and they just be chilling? They going to the club. They playing video games all week, 10, 12 hours straight. They watching a marathon of Game of Thrones all week. Saturday comes out, time to go to camp. You can't be that. You are not mad.
You're not.
If you just playing around throughout the week. If you're mad, you're gonna be sighing and crying. These are the people who are going to receive the election. The people who are sighing and crying. When you are upset about something, you protest about it. Look at these people over there. Look at these niggas. I mean, these heathens in the world. They over there in I think it's the UK. They've been protesting for like 80 days straight or 50 days straight, something like that. Why? Because they are legitimately upset about, I think it's a retirement fund or some shit like that. They are legitimately upset about that. So they're protesting every single day about that.
God.
We're supposed to be upset that we're being oppressed, killed. We're kings and princesses, and we have been taken out of our homeland and turned into slaves. That's nothing compared to when you compare that to a retirement check, that's nothing. Y'all, you should be up in arms. Just like these heathen over there in the UK. You should be up in arms.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, just get that Brother Tamam had held earlier. This is in Sirach 22:1. It says, a slothful man is compared to a filthy stone, and every one will hiss him out to his disgrace. Verse 2, it says, a slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that takes it up shall shake his hand.
And me and McQuarrie, we had did a lesson on this. It ain't come out probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was called A Slothful Man is a Piece of Shit. But we based it upon that scripture. So if you slothful, you're a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell you that. You are compared unto the filth of a dunghill. Nigga, that's shit.
Right.
You-
Large piece of shit too.
Like you're a big piece of shit. Like what's that cartoon with the doodoo man? Is that South Park? The South Park.
The
Yeah.
turd man.
Yeah, Khan, yeah, that's who you
Oh,
are. You
Khan,
the turd
yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? This is a big ass nigga walking around with a smiley face on, looking like a shit ball. You know, that's you. You know,
Yeah, man.
I got a quick one too. You had
That
some.
was it on that.
Okay. It's First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, "But if any but if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, bro, especially of those of your own house. What's your own house? Like the brother was saying, you're the house of Israel.
House of Israel.
That's your own house, nigga. That's your brothers. Esau, nigga, how you look like going to provide for Esau? You going to work for this devil, making sure this nigga, you at work fucking pulling recovery and shit, making sure the store looks straight. You sweeping it and mopping it, scrub mopping and shit. You know what I'm saying? You making sure this nigga house straight as hell. All right, but your house, you just like, I'm okay. Your house dirty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you make sure Esau and the heathen shit straight though. You know what I'm saying? You're sicko.
You're sick.
It says, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So there you go again. You don't really truly believe if you're not doing this work.
Yeah.
You
But
can't
it's like-
say you believe unless you're doing the work. What say out?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, but that right there is among men, right? That's like you are a complete piece of shit if you, like you said, if you're doing all this for Esau, but you not providing this for your people.
Right.
Now that's men, because our job as men is supposed to go out there and do that's men's job, and our head is Jehovah Hashem Yahshua. That's what we do as men to please our power. Now look at it like this: you got these women going all out for Esau, but when it comes to us, nigga, make your own sandwich, nigga. Your legs ain't broke, nigga. Why I gotta do this for you? We both work, nigga. What? But you doing overtime for E, sometimes off the clock. But you can't do that for me. You can't do nothing for your man.
Right. Bitch be waking up early as hell. Let me go get my Starbucks coffee to make sure I'm up to please
Put her
my
makeup
Uncle
on.
E. You know, bitch ain't leave you
Put the
no
makeup
eggs
on.
or nothing. What you say, bro?
I said putting the makeup on and everything, getting ready for
Bro.
work.
Gone.
Gotta look good for E.
Gone. Meanwhile, she at the house wearing some damn sweatpants.
Your mind is just warped.
Yeah, that's
You got a warped mind.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It says, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. You know, it worse than an infidel. Like me and the brother McQuarrie, we always touch on this series Naruto. You know what I'm saying? And one of the characters in it, his name Kakashi. And he pretty much said, "Dope, you there, brother?" God,
Come get my charger.
You said what say out?
I get my charger.
Oh, okay, con. Hey, how that saying go with Kakashi on the Naruto?
Oh, it said those who break the laws are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum.
Right. So those who break the laws, you are already scum. But those who abandon their friends,
They're worse.
you're worse than scum. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? Those you're worse than an infidel. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, bro.
So you're really scum if you abandon your friends, which our friends is our brothers, because that word brother is synonymous with friend. You know what I'm saying? So those are your that's your that's your friend.
Closer than a brother.
A friend sticker closer than the brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's your friends right there. You know, you abandon, you're scum. You know, you're worse than scum.
I got a little. What's up, man?
Yes,
This is a quick one, just land back. This is in Sirach 6 and 13. It says, separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends. Just like they're saying, you know what I'm saying? Take heed of our friends, the brothers, man. You know, this is how this thing works, man. This is a righteous thing, man. You know what I'm saying? To really just show love to our people, and how we do that by doing this work. You know what I'm saying? Let them know this is it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing that, then you just, like we talking about that burning house, you just letting them burn up. You know?
Hey, to add what you were saying too, you know what I'm saying? You'll read it one more time, so like, because it kind of slipped me.
In Sirach 6 and 13 says, separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
Yeah, and take heed of thy friends, man. You know what I'm saying? So, what you just said again, Salaki? Because this kind of slipped what I was going to say.
About the burning house?
Yeah, before that.
Like showing love, doing this work.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, because ultimately you got our people. They say that us showing love is I mean, us teaching His word, we really be showing hate, or we get off by doing this or something. You know what I'm saying? Like we just some kind of
yelling at people.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just like like exhorting authority and you know what I'm saying, showing off wisdom and knowledge or something. Like we get off by doing this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like cutting it. Nah, bro. Like this is really the biggest form of love. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell you that. That's what it tell you in St. John 15 chapter. Greater love than no man had than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. And that's what we do. We go out there on the highways and the byways laying down our life, bro. Bros don't have no life. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like bros out here just getting hella pussy or something. You know what I'm saying? Having hella fun, getting hella money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and plus, brother, we out there. Anything can happen. Like I was saying last night, brothers can get acid attacks.
Bro.
You know, Esau out there. Esau is a sicko.
Shit, the other week at camp, that nigga had threw something out the window. You don't know what the fuck that shit could have been.
Brother.
One time I was at camp, I was camping with McQuarrie in Philly. This sodomite, he walked by, he threw his cup at us, man. That nigga could have had fucking hepatitis B.
Yeah, feces in there.
Yeah. You know, sodomites get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shit, like that's laying down your life for your friends. Who are we doing this for? We're doing this for our people, man. Because we'll be out there and one person walk up, we'll stop completely what we're doing just to get them the word. What kind of love is that, bro? You know what I'm saying? There's no greater love than that. Ain't nobody doing that. Love is not walking up to me and giving me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? It's not love, bro.
I have one more.
But look at.
Oh yes, I'm saying a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at your parents when they beat you. They're not doing it because they hate you. They doing it because they don't want you to do what you're doing is wrong. So they're trying to correct you.
That's right. Perfect example, man. That's basically the example that we try to follow.
Brother. You got it, bro.
This is in 1 Timothy 4:16. It says, "Take heed unto thyself."
Hold on. You 1 Timothy 4:16?
4. Yeah, use it in.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I want to start up a little bit.
Now you got it though.
Okay.
You got something? Whatever you want.
Yeah, break out what you got. Go ahead.
This is veering off just a little bit. This is Ecclesiastes 18 and 14. It says Salak. It's Ecclesiasticus 27 and 3. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown.
Woo! That's a beautiful precept. You know what I'm saying? So unless you hold yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord. What's the fear of the Lord? The keeping of the commandments. What's one of the commandments? Take your goofy ass out here. You know what I'm saying? Unless you doing that, your house is going to be soon overthrown. You know what I'm saying? Your house is going to be soon overthrown. That's what's going to happen to Esau. His house is going to be overthrown. Because why? Because he don't have the fear of the Lord. Yeah, that's right.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Hey, Wise Wolf. Nah, we not.
What is it?
He said, "Y'all ain't I see."
Oh yeah, hell no. This 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse I started let me just start at 6. All right, so like I'm just reading down. It's 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 6. If thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Yahushua Mashiach. If you put your brethren in remembrance of these things, you are a good minister of Yahushua Mashiach.
That's right.
Put them in remembrance of what? Their knowledge of who they are. How you do that? By teaching, you know? So that's the only way you're a good minister of Yahushua Mashiach, which a minister is a servant, you know? It says, nourished up in the words of faith and of good doctrine. That's another thing, too. You got to teach the right doctrine. Can't just be teaching anything. Whereunto thou hast attained. But refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Like I was telling his brother, man, he was talking about it, you know, I said a while back about exercising, because you got Jakes in the truth. They be at the gym going crazy, boy. I'm talking about going crazy in the gym. Think about it. He got pectorals, biceps, you know what I'm saying, shoulder muscles, 8-pack. You know what I'm saying?
Not rich toward the power at all.
God, he ain't built up to Yahweh outside at all, though. It says, for bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. Ooh, and that which is come. You know what I'm saying? It says, that is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptation. For therefore we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust in the living power of Yahweh, who is the Savior of all men, especially of those that believe. that believe. There go that word believe again. All right. And why is that? Because you labored and suffered, you know, because you was diligent. It says, these things command and teach. So you was commanded to teach this.
That's right.
You was commanded to teach these things, man.
That's right, brother.
You know, it says, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of believers in word. That's how you are an example of a believer in word. In conversation, in your lifestyle, in charity, which is brotherly love, in spirit, which is the spirit of Yahweh Shah, which the spirit of Yahweh Mashiach is the spirit of prophecy. It says, in faith, and faith is dead without works. In purity, what makes you sanctify them through my word? That's what makes you pure, you know?
That's right.
It says, till I come, give attendance to reading, exhortation to doctrine. So Yahweh Shah said, till he come, you got to give exhortation to read it, exhortation and doctrine, man. You know, that's doing the work. What's exhortation? You're exhorting and admonishing people, you know, through the word. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. So the gift that's in you was given you by prophecy. So you're not supposed to neglect that. You know, you're supposed to give that gift to others.
You're not rapping. Don't go out there. That's not the gift.
Oh, that's not a gift. That's not a gift. How many rappers you got out here, man? Get the hell out of here, man. I sent you brothers there in the group message the other day. The nigga Future, he got a song called Black Jew.
I was gonna say to you, but I know this is
Good.
Yeah.
It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, which that's the elders. You know what I'm saying? Which we got great elders. You know what I'm saying? Who's still teaching going on age 60, by the way, while you got niggas in their 20s playing around. You know, it says, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. So you do this so your profiting may appear to all, so they can look at you like, I can do the same. You know, it says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. You got that part up.
Con. You 16.
Yeah, Con 16. Con.
It says, take heed to thyself, man. You know, your brothers, you know, I mean, it's good to say to love thy neighbor as thyself. So how are you doing that, man? This is basically what we're talking about, man. Doing the work, you know, exhorting each other. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, like it says, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. You know what I'm saying? So you're not only saving yourself, but you're saving, you know what I'm saying, whoever is of that number, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point.
And that's beautiful too, because it said you saving them. So you got people, our people, they say you can't save me, you can't even save yourself. Scripture say otherwise. Right. They say it can save you.
Once I got that mold out of my eye, now I can help you out.
Gone, bro.
Had a quick one too.
And this ain't talking about just preaching on the weekend. We got to be doing stuff about the week too.
Gone, bro. It said till I come give up. So like you just to add in what you're saying, my father before I said till I come give attendance to reading, exhortation, and doctrine. So that's what you're supposed to be doing all the time, because we don't know when Yahweh Shai gonna come. You know.
That's right, brother.
My fault. You had something else to say? My fault.
I got it, bro.
Yeah, that was it. I just wanted to add
I got something, Mark. You got something, brother?
Yeah, real quick. This is in Romans 10, and I'm start 13. It says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh shall be saved. So that right there, we see how important the name is, you know. Just to continue in verse 14, it says, how then shall they call on him whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear? It says, and how shall they hear without a preacher?
That's beautiful, brother. So
this is how this thing works, man. Anyone who comes into this knowledge, they heard from a preacher, they heard from somebody, man.
That's right,
you know, and you know what I'm saying, now that you know what I'm saying, I like to use the analogy of the NBA, like, you know, they got NBA cares, and you know what I'm saying, they giving back to the community. That's basically how we giving back. Now that we got this knowledge, this is what you're supposed to do, man. You're supposed to continue this thing, man. I could continue, but yeah, I was way to the point. I could 15, right?
You can go down.
Jakes be like,
That was really the point.
Jakes be like, how many homeless people you fed? How many presents you gave out? How many book bags and lunch boxes have you given out?
It's that old.
Right.
Bro.
What
What
you
you
doing
doing
for the people?
in the community? I had something, Mark.
Go ahead, bro.
Let's brothers have something.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Mark 10 and 28. It says, then Peter began to say unto him, lo, we have left all and have followed thee. And Yahweh Shai answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house, brethren or sisters or father, or mother or wife or children or lands for my sake and the gospel's, but he shall receive an hundredfold now in this time houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life. So this isn't for nothing, you know. We're doing this because we have a great hope. You know, brothers have something to look forward to, man. We don't. I mean, when we're here, you don't have much to look forward to anyway, man.
Bro.
You know,
What the hell are you going? What are you looking forward to in here? To go to work for Esau, okay, and come home to your nagging wife who doesn't even want you to have another woman. All right, she don't even want to let you get no more bucks, but she don't even want to give you the box. I'm tired. What the hell do you got to look forward to here?
You might as well go do some work, bro.
God, bro.
Right, make you call like your
Yeah,
shit.
store up some treasures in heaven.
Con.
You know what I mean?
And,
What's that, bro?
And the reason Peter has said that is because Yahweh Shai told the rich man, like, yo, man, if you want to get into the kingdom, you got to sell everything you got. So then Peter looking like, hold on, looking at the disciples like, yo, if a rich man got to sell everything to get in here, how the hell we getting in? We broke as a joke.
Yeah.
We done gave everything already. We must have got cheated.
God.
We should have saved up first before we came in here. And Yahweh Shai like, no, chill, man. Y'all being simple. Listen, y'all already gave up everything. Y'all good. Y'all good already.
God, bro.
That's why the scriptures say you got to give according to what you have. If you got a lot, give according to that. If you got a little, give according to that. And it also goes into doing the work, because you got brothers, they don't have like the apostles. They were given a lot. So when they do their videos, their breakdowns are like their breakdowns are deeper than a regular brother will bring it out, because they're given according to what they got. And you got a younger brother in this is probably doing videos, but they're not as edifying. But you can't let something like that hold you back. We got to do this work, because you can have like like this super intelligent what do they call him, professor, break down mathematics, and you can have people who won't even get it, and you can have a person from the hood, they don't really have a lot of knowledge, but they can break it down, this specific thing, in like layman's terms. That's why they got books out right now, they got books out called For Dummies. Like, it's a For Dummies series, how to do this for dummies, because you can reach everybody. Don't got the same spirit, so everybody is not going to come into this or understand everything the same exact way. Everybody got a different teaching style, and everybody receives things through different teachers in different ways.
That's right. That's right, bro. That's right. That reminded me of the lady with the two mics, though, when you were speaking about.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's Mark 12 and 42.
Okay. Shit. You got something, Carl?
You got it, bro.
You said Mark 12, 42?
Yeah, Mark 12 and 42.
You got something, Bart?
I had a quick one.
Okay,
This is in 1 Peter 4 and 13, it says, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, that ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So ultimately, we're going to have to suffer on this side, man, just like you say, man. How are we going to suffer? By making our bodies a living sacrifice, sacrificing our time throughout the day, throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? This is all part of sacrificing, man. This is just, man. You know what I mean? We all know, ultimately, none is good. We all ultimately deserve the same reward. You know what I'm saying? We all transgress the law. We all coming back. You know what I'm saying? From from the Most High. So, you know what I'm saying? We need to just do as much as we can, man. We need to suffer as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? Not to, afflict ourselves, but ultimately, at the same time, we need to be partakers of Mashiach's suffering, man. We're gonna be demonizing this thing. Family members, friends, they're gonna look at us crazy. People walking by. That's all part of it, man.
Hated of all men.
That was it.
This Mark chapter 12, verse 41. It
Wait,
says,
so real quick, bro. On what Kabar said, I did a video probably like a month ago, and I did it off a video where Floyd was talking. He was saying, because they was basically telling him how he got his success, and he was talking like, yo, he said sacrifice, because he's like, you got a lot of people who claim that they want all these riches, this, that, and the third, but they're not willing to sacrifice nothing. He said, I had to leave my mom in the hood and go off and do my whole career until I built up where I can actually get her out the ghetto. And you know how niggas feel about their moms. And he said he had to leave her so he can basically do his thing. Because when you boxing, you're doing a lot of traveling, and you fighting in different places. And he said he had to leave his mom so that he can get that reward. And the scripture the brother brought out about the forsaken houses, mothers, brothers, sisters. On this side, we're sacrificing all of that just to get into that 144. Because you think brothers don't want to be with their family? Before we came into the truth, where was we with? We was with our family. We was doing whatever. We was living our best life. But we woke up to this and understood that this thing is about to fall, and the only way we can even hang on to anything we got is to do this truth. Like they got a thing you say in the world, you can lose money chasing women, but you can't lose women chasing money.
Right. And this kingdom, that's the ultimate bag.
It's Mark chapter 12, verse 41. And Yahushua said over against the treasury, and behold, how the people cast money into the treasury. And many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which make a farthing. And he called unto him his disciples and said unto them, verily I say unto you, that this poor widow have cast more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living. You know, so it was many rich men who came in. They was casting in a lot of bread, like, yeah, I'm down for the cause, I'm down for the cause. But this one poor widow, she didn't really have nothing but 2 mites. But that was everything she had, and she put in the 2 mites. And Yahushua was like, I got reverence to her over all these niggas.
That's a metaphor.
Yeah, bro, for what we talking about. It's a metaphor for, so even if you got just a little bit, if you put in just every little bit you got, Yahushua got more respect for that than somebody who got a whole bunch of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but only give a lot of it, but don't even give all. Because you got a lot of brothers, they got a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but they don't give it all they got. They just give it a piece. They just give some. I'm doing something. No, you gotta go all. It's all or nothing with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
That's
know?
beautiful. Well said, brother.
I got a quick one, just a line back. This is in Sirach 37 and 19. There is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself.
Ooh.
That's cold. You know what I'm saying? You teaching, a flock, you know what I'm saying? You got brothers, you got different camps, big congregations, and, brothers who know the knowledge, man. They knew the same knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Teaching the name, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
But ultimately, you teaching many, but what are you teaching them? You know what I'm saying? You watering down the doctrine, you hold it back, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, there's no point now. You're unprofitable to yourself, man. Better off that you didn't even know anything, man.
Bro.
Go.
Yeah, because you go into that word profitable, it means like benefits or like use, you know what I'm saying, or like a gain, you know what I'm saying. So, like if you unprofitable, but the opposite of that is like useless or no gain, you know what I'm saying, no benefits from that, you know what I'm saying. So when you doing this, us doing this is our form of getting currency to be able to exchange with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why Yahushua said in Matthew 25, you should have therefore put my money to the exchangers. Because this is the currency that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is accepting. This with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which comes through the fear and the work. So this is a real money currency. It's the only thing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is accepting for you to gain something. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not using it in the right manner too, like the brother was saying, you're not even really gaining no money. You know what I'm saying? That's just like you hustling backwards, like Jake said in the world,
I got one, Mark.
You got one. You got one, McCoy?
Yeah, it's in Tobit. It's
Tobit 12?
Tobit 4, huh?
Tobit 12?
No, 4.
Okay, fine.
Tobit 4:8, if thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little. Because we all know that Yahweh Shem Yahshua said, he's gonna, if that man don't pay you back, he's gonna do it. Give him to the godly man. If he don't pay you back, you're gonna find a recompense with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So don't be afraid to give according to that little. You can have $10 in your pocket, and your brother asks you for $5, and you give it to him, and Yahweh, and then the next day you walking down the street and you find triple that, 5 to 10 times that, and you did all that on faith. But we already know Hebrews 11:6 tell you that it's impossible to please him without faith, because anybody in this truth, you're going to be tested. You're going to be put in situations where you're going to have faith. You're going to have faith. And if you ain't got it, you're going to fail. Everybody's going to be put in situations where you're going to be, it's going to be on one hand, you're going to have to just completely rely on faith. And on the other hand, it's going to be like, damn, if I don't do this, I might lose my job, or I might this, that, and the third. But we got to have faith. You got to believe that he is, and he was rewarded to them that diligently seek him. Like wisdom of Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter, it goes into who have Yahweh forsaken that called upon him, or who despised him that who has he despised that called upon him. He said it ain't been done. It ain't been done.
So if you got a brother who's scared to go out because they don't want to get seen by their coworkers, then hey, just get ready to get destroyed with your coworkers.
Bro.
I'm scared. Oh no, they'll see me.
Fuck them. What the hell your coworkers gonna do for you?
God. I used to be like that, man. Like, oh no, they may see me. I was like, man, Most High gonna kill me out here.
But Yahweh Shem Yahshua say his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You, such a man, only feareth the eyes of man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, my eyes are brighter than 10,000 suns. You worry about they goofy ass. They can't even see around the corner. You know, nigga, I'm brighter than the sun, bitch. Look at the sun. You know what I'm saying? You see what your eyes gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
God, bro. God, I'm scared to go out because of what man think.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Most High give you polio.
God.
Y'all out here looking goofy.
God, bro. You gotta go. You said you have one, right?
You know what?
I got one real quick. It's Sirach chapter 29 and verse 10. It says, lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rest under a stone to be lost. You know, and we was touching on what the true money is, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know, lay up thy treasure in heaven. That's letting you know that the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is money. You know, it says, lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High. So what's the commandment? What's the number one commandment of Yahweh Shem Yahshua? Get your goofy ass out there and teach the word. You know what I'm saying? Preach the word instant, in season, and out of season. Okay? It says, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Right? So that's what's truly it's letting you know that the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is more profitable than gold, man. You know, because you got Jake,